Alright, welcome back. Here we have an interesting item. This is a 1935 Corona Portable Typewriter. Beautiful machine. For its age, it's in unbelievable condition. Look at the shine on this thing. It looks like a little piano. Look at that shine. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's in beautiful condition. It's missing one screw down here. See the hole there? It's missing a little screw there, which we're going to find one. This has got to be straightened out. Supposedly there's a way to do that, and so far I tried just giving it a twist. It doesn't work. This one too needs a little bit of straightening out. But otherwise this thing is just gorgeous. It's old. It has some minor issues, need to be cleaned. This thing is called the ribbon vibrator. As you type, it lifts the ribbon up, so when it strikes the paper you get an imprint. And you can have a black and red ribbon. This is the color selector. You put it in the middle and you get nothing in case you want to type on a stencil, and you pick it up and you get the other color. That should raise it up a little higher. Yeah, see? That raises it up a little higher to hit the red. If there was a red there, this is obviously just a black ribbon. So that ribbon vibrator needs a little bit of cleaning. Give it a little shot of deoxide or something, because it seems to stick a little. The ribbon is shot, it's got holes in it, it's an old ribbon. But there is one thing about this that's very important. Look at the beautiful, whatever it is, stainless steel chrome. It's gorgeous, beautiful condition. A little lubrication here and there. It's going to be good. But here's the thing that is very important. I'm going to turn it over. You're going to see what's underneath, and you're going to see the problem we're going to have to address. It ain't a big problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. Alright, we turned it over. I moved it over to a different table and have a cloth down. You see this metal bar goes across. Very common on a lot of typewriters. This particular one is coated with this white powder. That is cadmium oxide. This bar was originally plated with cadmium, probably to avoid corrosion or whatever, and the cadmium corrodes. You see this on hi-fi equipment, believe it or not. That's how I know what it is. It's very toxic. It supposedly attacks your kidneys and all this other stuff, and it can become airborne. The only way to address this that I know of is with white vinegar. So I'm going to stuff rags in there as best as I can. Try to get it underneath those, all these little fingers. And it's not doing any good to the mechanism either. I'm sure it's causing the mechanism to be a little stiff. And we're going to clean it with white vinegar and a brush. I'm going to clean it and pat it and clean it and so on until we get it all clean. And again, I've addressed this millions of times, just never on a typewriter. Here's some gears that have to be greased, little spots have to be oiled, but we've got to worry about this first. This has got to be cleaned. This is not good. We're going to clean it, and then after we clean it, we're going to get in where all these little moving parts are with a deoxit, which is like a lubricant cleaner. Yeah, very important. And if you get this on your fingers, you go, don't breathe it in. You got to wash your hands after you're done. Okay, we'll get to work now. We'll see what happens. Alright, what I did so far, let's back out a little bit here. I got white vinegar and this brush. And I went in here and just like this here. That all in there. You can see the white powder look is all gone. It's all dissolved. Keep rinsing the brush out. Now I'm going to get the rag a little wet. I got it tucked underneath. I'm going to try to get the bottom part of it. Alright, so I got it as good as we can get it. That stuff is amazing. The way the white vinegar attacks that oxidation. I can't really see underneath. I think I got it all. It's like to see a little white spot right there. Let me get that. Alright, I got that corner. Now I'm going to get the deoxit, which we use in electronics. It's a good cleaner. And if there's any gunk or anything, it'll dissolve. It'll break it right up. And I'm going to go all along this bar and spray it all on there. And get it all on the metal. This way it coats the metal too. Because that stuff also destroys that oxidation. I'm going to get that. Alright, coming along pretty good. This is the deoxit I used. I don't have the regular D5. This is the supposedly better stuff, the gold. This is like $15, $16 a can, maybe more. And it just dissolves corrosion and lubricates. So I got all these. I ran it right down. All these and down in there and all the little mechanism, anything that moves. You know, I'm a mechanic by trade, even though I started out as a banker. I'm a mechanic by trade, electrician, well, electronics, not electrician, electronics. So you get to know what should be oiled, what should be greased, and what should be left alone. And that helps a lot when it comes to working on a machine like this. And I have, of course, my little bottle of light oil. We're going to go hit some spots in there where I feel it should be oiled. There's a couple of little areas there that need a little drop of oil. And then we flip it over and we're going to look for that screw. Got a missing screw. We're going to look for that screw. I brought up a whole thing full of screws. This metal came out beautiful, nice and clean. Look at that. Really nice. You have to worry about that corrosion, that dust getting kicked up. Alright, I'm going to do a little oiling. Alright, well, we're all done with this. 2 hours later, the machine is in beautiful shape, even though it's got an ancient ribbon. See? I'm a happy new typewriter. Nice and clean. Gorgeous machine. I adjusted everything. Spacebar. Spacebar didn't even want to work. You had to squash it down. Now it's like a feather touch. Absolutely beautiful. It's got this cover that lifts up. Everything in there is nice and clean. All I need is a new ribbon, as I said. This thing has been completely lubricated over 2 hours, well over 2 hours. All the small, fine details in this thing. Cleaned up the outside a little bit more, and it is in spectacular condition, working beautiful. And that is my nice little Corona Portable. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. It's most important was the cadmium, that cadmium dust. That's one thing you don't want to mess with. If you ever see that, that needs to be addressed. And again, the best thing is white vinegar. It just absolutely eliminates it. Yep, this thing's working beautiful now. Oh, look at this, I jammed it. Yep, gorgeous. Alright, yeah, the bell works, just that I don't have it set properly. The margins are not set properly. Let's see now, I just adjusted the margin a little. Here we go. There's the little bell. I'm not sure how these paper guides are supposed to work. They seem a little sloppy. You move around a little bit. That's the nature of the beast with this machine. Okay. So the only thing with this is, since it's a Corona Standard, what a beauty. Since it's a 1935 model, the rubber is hard. Platinum's kind of hard, and the two rubber rollers underneath that press against the platen are hard. So the paper is a little slippery, but it types good. And when you do your paper advance, your line advance, everything stays together and it doesn't skip, and that's the important part. So at least it's a usable machine. But the replace the rubber on the platen and those things it's a little expensive. Well, I'm pretty sure it's like well over $100. But hey, if you're going to do an awful lot of typing, and it might be worth it. I'm not. I'm just going to use it as a once in a while type something. But I don't really do a lot of typing. But it's a fun piece to have, and a beautiful piece. And here's the back. The back of it was kind of cruddy also. Here's a shot of the back. I cleaned it up. A couple of little paint spots. I could touch them up. Or just leave it, whatever. The sides are gorgeous. Everything is gorgeous on this machine. Really nice. Really, really, really nice. Very happy with this thing. The feet are as hard as cement. Maybe we can get new feet. We'll see. Okay, till the next machine. Ta-ta.